Welcome to Weight Loss Mini Challenge. The purpose of the challenge is to get the ball rolling on your weight loss journey and set you up with the right tools and techniques to maximize the result. In this challenge, we will stretch, tone, mobilize, and realign your posture. All you have to do is come to your mat and give you 100%. After the challenge is finished, repeat it for minimum 4 weeks. The generous sponsor of this challenge and my outfits is Olaben.com, a Los Angeles-based premium fitness wear brand. Olaben's goal is to bring yoga to everyone, inspire wellness, and create a caring community. I'm wearing Olaben outfits daily, and to me they feel like second skin. Soft and stretchy but functional material gives you support during different activities and at the same time giving you flattering, sculpting, and supportive look. The materials are of great quality and allow your body to breathe while moving. Olaben designs are utilitarian and allowed to be worn daily everywhere from studio to street. The outfits are comfortable, stylish, and practical, which is my #1 criteria when picking my workout clothes. I love Olaben's vibrant colors that bring out the good mood and make you feel happy summer vibes. They use plant dyes from recycled or organic materials and plant a tree for each rib set purchased. Olaben product line includes everything from leggings, bras and jumpsuits to tennis wear to high-quality non-slip yoga mats, blocks, water bottles, and lava stone bracelets and necklaces. If you like to look stylish and feel confident in your workout attire, Olaben.com is a perfect spot for your fitness shopping needs. Use the code Gayatri to get 15% off your first order. This code is active for 1 month only, so don't wait too long to make your order. If you are ready to start your weight loss journey, roll out your mat and begin practicing. Welcome, my friends. In today's class, we are working on our full body with special focus on a lower body, on the glutes and inner thighs. Of course, we will look at it in the context of the whole body. We will start by warming up, releasing tension, mobilizing, some breathing work. And for this class, you will need a couple of blocks if you have them, or at least one, or maybe roll up a big towel to use for inner thigh work. And for our feet work, I need you to get 2 markers or something that is round like this and about the same thickness, maybe 2 mascaras of the same size. If you don't have 2, get at least 1 and you'll just pause the video to do 1 foot and then the other. We'll begin the practice in a seated position. Root through the sit bones, lengthen through the crown, soften your shoulders down. Take a moment to tune in and observe how you feel at the beginning of this practice. Connecting to your breath. Noticing how your ribs are moving on the inhale and the exhale, how your belly is moving. Observing if your shoulders and upper ribs, neck muscles are involved into your breathing. If they do, try to relax them and not engage them too much. Remembering that at any time of the practice you can pause, you can modify, listen to your body. Remembering that this practice is to heal, to take care of it and not to punish and not to force anything. With every exhale, letting go any unnecessary thoughts. Allowing yourself to just be and be in the flow, move and breathe. When you're ready, open your eyes. Lift your arms in front of you, interlace the fingers and rotate the palms away. Reach the palms forward, stretching through the base of the fingers, the palms. You can move the big thumbs here. Spread the fingers to opposite sides. Maybe you can do little rotations, kind of lifting one elbow and then the other, while the palms are reaching away from you. Notice if it changes anything in your stretch. Now do a little rotation to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale center. Keep your lower ribs relaxed. Don't arch your back. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. While you're on the left side, root through the sit bones and reach your arms up, up, up. Slowly return to neutral. Exhale, bring the palms to one line with the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, rotate the chest to the right. Inhale, reach the arms up. Try not to arch your back. Exhale, return to center and then lower the arms to neutral. One more time. To the left, exhale. Root through the sit bones, reach the arms up, reach the crown up, but keep your ribs relaxed. Return to center. Lower the arms parallel to the mat. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale, reach the arms up, up, up. Crown is reaching up, root the sit bones. Exhale, return to center. And now let go of this lock on your fingers. And as you flex the palms, push the palms to opposite sides. Keep your elbows soft. And now rotate the palms forward. Crown is reaching up. Breathe. And then opposite side. You can move your head side to side. And now while you're pushing the palms to opposite sides, micro bend in your elbows, spread the fingers. Thumbs are reaching down to the floor and then to the back of the room, spiraling through the arms and then up and back. Forward, down and back. Forward, up and back. Keep moving. And again, you can add movement over your head. Noticing how much tension you store in your arms. And now shake off, shake, 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 shake. Now create fists. And after stretching, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And you can do circles. And then opposite side. You can add the elbows too, bending and doing these spirals through the elbows and wrists. Maybe opposite side. Really flex through the wrists in towards you, bend the elbows and extend. Now shake, 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 shake. And now create fist one more time, light fist, and now start tapping your rib cage. The ribs in the front, sides, lower ribs, upper ribs, all the way to the top where the arm connects to the chest. And you can add a voice. You can say Om and keep the M as long as you can on your exhale. Om. Inhale whenever you need. Om. Going all around to the top, to the neck, to this spot where the back connects to the front. You can go to your trapezius muscles. Your taps are really gentle. Your wrist is relaxed. You can go to the shoulder. Other shoulder. The spot where the arm connects to the chest. forearms. If you haven't done the back ribs. And now start cleaning off the arms as if you're trying to wipe water off of the skin, including the fingers and palms. Shake it off. And notice how you feel in your neck, shoulders, chest. You can move your head in circles, reach your right ear to the right shoulder, and carefully to opposite side. Crown is reaching up. Your spine is neutral. You are keeping your natural curves, and you're just focusing on elongating to the sky through the crown of the head. Return to neutral. Keep your palms on the knees. Inhale. Glide your gaze from the front of the room up the wall to the ceiling. And then exhale. Tilt the pelvis back to round. And gently tuck the chin. Inhale. Lift through the heart. And then exhale round. And while you're doing here, your arms are pulling through the knees, holding onto the knees to opposite sides. So you're instead of focusing on squeezing the shoulder blades, you're trying to widen and pull the elbows to opposite sides. And notice how it changes the stretch in the front and then in the back. You can add chin moving forward on the way up. Down. And now you can add gliding the skin up and chin moving up on your back bend. Exhale, return, soften, and then again you glide the skin up. One more time. Exhale, return. Now as you reach the arms to opposite sides, reach your left arm forward, right arm back, find your twist. Hook your left palm to the outside of the right thigh. Inhale, root through the sit bones, reach the crown up. Find your twist. Notice how the twist feels. How deep is your twist? How easy it is for you to breathe here. Expanding the ribcage on all sides. You can move your head side to side. And now slowly do your cat-cow moves. Tuck the chin as you tilt the pelvis back to round. And here when you go into extension and lifting, add your chin. Exhale, tilt the pelvis back to round. Go really slow if needed. Move a little faster if needed. Find your pace. And if you have some interesting sensations, maybe in your lower back, sacrum, ribcage, somewhere around the shoulder blade, be slow, be careful, mindful, listen to your body. Just tune in into what kind of sensation it is and why it's there. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Return to neutral. Now here, inhale, exhale, full flex, round. Inhale into the back body. Exhale, reach your right arm to the front. So you're kind of hugging something, imaginary ball. So you round it more through the right side of the back. Inhale. Big expansion through the back. And now as you exhale, contract the left side of the ribs. Keeping your mouth closed as if you're filling up a balloon with air. and feel your core really engaging. Keep lengthening through the right arm. Hold. And now inhale into the right side. Feel expansion under the right, around the right shoulder blade and armpit. Exhale. Compress to the left and forward. Inhale to the right side. Exhale. Inhale to the right. Exhale, compress. Last, inhale to the right. And now slowly lift your right arm up, up, up to lengthen, grow up tall, and reach the arm up and to the left, lengthen through the right side of the waist. And now circle the right arm back and down and lift up and down. 2, 3, 4, and up. Right arm is going down, and now left ear is reaching to the sky, right ear is reaching to the shoulder. Slowly release the twist and move your right shin slightly forward, fold down into your seated forward fold with your legs crossed. Use a block or a blanket under the hips if needed. Crown is reaching to the front. And now lengthen through the left side, rotate the torso to the right, walk the torso to the right, and lengthen through the left arm to the right. So after the compression, lengthen here. Now, if your right palm and elbow can be on the mat, keep them on the mat, or maybe on the block, or if needed, hover the elbow so the right arm is to the side of the hip. And now the left arm lifts and the left shoulder starts to stack above the right. So you want to open and move the stretch to the front where you were compressing. Open, left arm is reaching up and back, and then exhale, spiral to the right and down. Inhale up and lift, open. Exhale, spiral down. Inhale up and lift, open. Exhale, spiral down. Last one, inhale up and lift. And maybe you can do this swinging circles with your left arm up and down, up and down, up and down, and maybe reverse. Up. Feel how your arm is connected to your waist. And then slowly reverse, circling to the center, and for a quick moment to the left to release the right side of the waist, lengthen. Big inhale, exhale, return to center, move the palms towards you, keeping the palms on the mat, push the floor away from you to tilt the pelvis back to round the back body. And now drag the mat towards you to tilt the pelvis forward, lift and lengthen. Exhale, push the floor away from you to round. And then inhale, tilt the pelvis forward. Even extension through the spine, gaze up. Exhale, push the floor away from you to round. And now, as you stay rounded, walk the palms closer and closer towards the shins. Feel your sit bones sinking into the mat. And then begin bringing your pelvis to vertical position, rooting the sit bones more and more, and beginning to stack your vertebrae and stack your head over the spine. Take a moment to breathe. Slowly you can close your eyes. Nice, and then inhales and exhales, and noticing how much volume you are getting in expansion on the right and the left side on the inhale. Noticing if the ribs, lower ribs are moving in the front, in the sides, in the back. Do you feel your lower back moving? And if you let your arms relax on the sides of the body, notice how it feels on the left and the right side of the neck. What is the length of the neck and what is the height of the shoulder? Does it feel like one shoulder is higher than the other? When you're ready, open your eyes, inhale, extend the arms out to the side. As you exhale, right arm is reaching to the front and it makes you move into twist. Notice how deep is your twist today. Right arm is hooking to the outside of the thigh, left palm is going down to the floor. Root through the sit bones, inhale, reach the crown up. Couple of nice and long inhales and exhales. Inhale, exhale, reach your left ear to the left shoulder. You can do a couple of circles here. And now begin tucking the chin and tilting the pelvis back to round your back. Feel the stretch through the shoulder blade and shoulder, arm, as you push the arm into the thigh. Now as you reverse your pelvis to neutral, begin lengthen through the front line of the body, lengthen through the heart, and then pull the chin forward and up. And exhale, carefully reverse, tilt the pelvis back. Inhale, lift. And then exhale back. Noticing if this movement of the chin adds anything extra for you, maybe it gives you any interesting sensations. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And then exhale. As you stay rounded, inhale into the back of the body. And then as you exhale, reach your left arm forward and hug and collapse through the chest, through the upper part of the chest even more, round even more. So you feel the front line contracting. Now as you push your right arm into the thigh, inhale into the back body. And as you exhale, start sinking your right armpit towards the thigh and slightly forward towards the knee. So begin contracting the obliques. Inhale to the left side, under the armpit area, shoulder blade, upper ribs. Now as you exhale, visualize you're blowing air into a balloon. Keep your lips closed. Contract the side of the body. Inhale to the left ribs. Left arm is lengthening away. Exhale, contract to the right and forward. Hold. Inhale to the left. As you exhale, close the lips, try to resist the air going out. Compress to the side. Hold. Inhale to the left. And exhale, last one. Inhale, expand. And now slowly reach your left arm up, up, up to lengthen. And lengthen root through the sit bones. Stack the shoulders and reach your left arm to the right. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And now circle the arm up and down. And reverse. Inhale, and then exhale. slowly release. Release the twist. And now reach your chest forward, crossing the legs the opposite way. Seated forward fold. And start rotating your chest to the left side. And right arm is lengthening out of the waist after the contraction. Breathe to the right side of the waist. And now slowly go a little deeper to the left side if you can. Stay on the block or lift the elbow if needed. And now the right arm begins to lift up and you're starting to stack your right shoulder over the left. Inhale, and you're beginning to feel the stretch more to the front where we were compressing. Take a deep inhale. And now exhale, spiral to the left and down. Inhale, up and lift. Exhale, spiral. Inhale, up and lift. Exhale, spiral. Inhale, up and lift. Exhale, spiral and down. And now do big circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. And now moving through the center. Find the twist to the right side. Lengthen the left arm to the right. Feel the stretch on the left side of the waist. Breathe into the lower back, into the pelvic floor, lower belly. And then exhale, return to the center. And then lift the elbows, walk the palms towards you, slightly pull the floor to opposite sides, and now push the floor away from you to round. Now drag the mat towards you, tilt the pelvis forward, extension through the spine. Exhale, tilt the pelvis back to round. Inhale, drag the mat towards you, tilt the pelvis forward. Last one, exhale, round. Move the palms towards you, towards the shins, sink into the sit bones and begin stacking your pelvis to vertical position, staking your vertebrae one on top of the other. Now slowly let the arms be on the sides of the body and tune in into the body. Notice if anything changed. Maybe move your head around. Notice if the left and right sides feel more or less equal. Maybe the shoulders feel more even now. And as you breathe in and breathe out, notice maybe there is more volume, more movement happening on the ribcage in the front, in the sides, and in the back. Inhale, open your eyes, and slowly transition to standing position. Take your markers, and first you can take a standing position, close your eyes for a moment, and observe how you feel on your feet, how grounded you feel. Maybe you can take a couple of steps, noticing how you feel. Maybe checking your balance, rooting one foot, lifting the other one. Just observe the awareness in the foot, how rooted you feel. And then the opposite side. And then take your markers, and you can put them on the mat or the floor. The mat will give some extra cushion. So you put them not so far, one from another, and you bring the marker right at the end of the heel on the right and the left legs. And sink all your weight into them. And then soften the knees, and you do little pulses here. And then begin rocking side to side, keeping your knees bent. And as you sink more weight into the marker, you may feel some interesting sensations. If your mat is really thick, maybe the mat is going to absorb the force with which the marker melts into the tissues. If you don't feel anything, then try to move to a harder surface. And then if you feel too much, maybe put your markers on the mat, or maybe put a towel over the markers. Rock side to side. You can pause, do a little pause when you do the rocking to the left side, and then when you go to the right side, to the left and to the side. Now move them slightly higher to the beginning of the arch. Soften the knees, and as you bend the knees, lengthen through the toes to the front and through the heels to the back. So the arch is flattening when you bend the knees, and it's supposed to sink a little into the marker. Pulse. Just visualize how the heel is moving back. And then while keeping your knees bent, do the rocking. Try not to do this, don't claw the toes. And now go a little higher. Soften, pulse. And then rock. If you put the markers too narrow, maybe move them out. Give your knees some space. Give all your weight into the markers. And try not to rush. Let the markers melt into the tissues. And then go higher. Soften and pulse. If the sensations are too intense, try to go slower and really relax through the sensations. Exhale. Pulse. Maybe do mini squats. Going a little deeper into bending the knees, noticing how it feels. And now bend the knees, rock side to side. And now go a little higher at the spot before the knuckles of the toes, like under the ball of the foot. Lift the toes, spread the toes, lower, relax. And now bend and lift. Bend and extend. And then bend, maybe pulse. And as you bend deeper, rock side to side. Relax the toes. And now going higher to the knuckles. Spread the toes, relax the toes. Pulse. And rock. Now go higher. And here you will have the markers right at the like little arch at the base of the toes. And maybe it's going to be a little hard to feel something. Maybe you're going to do this lifting the heel as you bend the knee one by one. If you can do two at the same time, you can do it, but I don't think I can. So try to stretch through the toes while the toes are melting into the markers. Give some weight into the marker. Do gentle rocking. And now you can do rolling forward and back. The lateral side, the high part of the arch. And then the other side, the other leg. Go to the lateral side. And then the inner part. And now you can step on the marker, like right under the heel, and then move across. So give all the weight in, stepping on one leg, and then away. Forward and back. And then carefully move the marker higher, do the same thing a couple of times, each spot. Going higher. You can do this with a broomstick. Just don't overdo it. If you enjoyed it too much, do not like 2 times, maximum 3 times a week. Going higher. Giving all the way in, higher. And if my markers are soft, so I feel them squeezing a little bit, make sure you find something that doesn't get squeezed. And then the other side. Soft knee, and you cross over. Give all the way in. You can even pause if it's bearable for you. And then keep moving higher and higher. Going higher. Some spots it will feel better, some spots it will feel more intense, where the marker gets to sink more. Finishing up the left leg. Move your markers to the side. Walk in one place and kind of peel from the heel to the toes and back. And notice when you close your eyes, lengthen through the crown, how much awareness you have in your feet, how rooted you are, how balanced you feel, maybe how confident you feel in your posture. Maybe walk and notice if anything changed in the way you feel the earth, the ground. Check your balance. And from here we begin in a standing position. Lift your arms up and find your back bend. Soften the knees and reach the heart up to the sky. Glide the gaze up and back, and maybe extend the leg. And then exhale, open your arms out to the side to reach your heart forward, folding down, standing forward, fold, bending the knees if needed. Inhale, lift your chest halfway up. As you exhale, step or jump into plank or chaturanga. Inhale, uncurl the toes, upward dog. Exhale, shift the hips back and up, downward dog. Walk your legs here. Gaze to the front, pause for 2. 1, 2, and jump forward. Inhale, lift your chest halfway up. And exhale, fold. Slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, lift the arms up, find your back bend. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Walking your legs, reaching the sit bones up to the sky. Here, lower your knees down to a tabletop position. Keep your toes curled. And now as you shift the sit bones back, control your pelvis. Visualize your sit bones are moving into wall plugs, and they need to touch the wall plugs. So don't curl the tailbone. Back and forward, and feel your sit bones widening, moving away from one another on the way back, and then closing as you reverse. Back and reverse. And when you reverse, push the feet, balls of the feet and toes to the floor, and feel this elastic energy helping you to reverse. Keep your lower back neutral, crown is reaching to the front. Shift the hips back, and now allow the pelvis to tilt back, round your lower back, middle back, upper back, making your wave, then returning to neutral. Inhale back. As you exhale, curl, and now push the balls of the feet and toes to the floor to help you reverse, and return to neutral. One more time, shift back, and then exhale. Return to neutral. From here, lift your knees. Hover the knees and squeeze your inner thighs, touch the knees, squeeze, and then open for 20. 1, 2, 3. Let's do this forceful exhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, spine neutral. 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sink the belly to the thighs, lengthen through the sit bones. And now project the sit bones up to the ceiling, extending your legs. If the heels are not touching the floor, that's completely fine. From here, reach your right elbow down and rotate the chest and gaze to the left arm, to the left armpit. So you're projecting the right elbow down, but you don't necessarily need to touch it. Just little twist and reverse. And now the left side. So feel the lengthening through the right side and the left side of the waist. Soften the knees if needed. Spread the fingers, press the whole palm into the mat. Neutral, and then twist. Neutral, twist. Neutral to the left, neutral to the right, and now return to neutral. Lift your heels, gaze to the belly button, push through the balls of the feet, push through the toes to give you a big wave forward into a rounded plank. Puff up the back so your tailbone is tucked, heels are lifted, and now do pelvic tucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stay rounded, 6, 7, exhale, 8, 9, 10. Now bend the knees and return to hovering tabletop. Squat to downward dog squat, like reach the sit bones back to the heels, and then forward hovering tabletop. Squat, bend the knees, squat, reach the booty to the thighs, hovering tabletop. 3, push through the balls of the feet. 4, stretch the toes. 5, and jump forward, shake it off. Shake off the arms, the shoulders, move the head around, and feel this spike of energy moving through your body. Interlace the fingers and rotate the palms away from you. Bend the knees and start reaching your palms forward away, aligning the arms with your ears. So you're in a chair, very low chair. From here, extend the legs, keep your torso parallel, legs extend. And now bend the knees and try to go into your regular chair, keeping your arms up. Extend the legs and bend. Extend and bend. Control the pelvis. Sit bones are leading back and up, and then sit bones are reaching down. Sit bones leading back and up, down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
and 10. Exhale, lower the arms down. Give yourself a hug. So kind of stretch through the shoulders and do a little twist side to side. Let go of the hold on the arms. Root through the feet and shift the weight slightly forward, away from the heels. Begin tilting the pelvis back and feel your core engaging. Exhale. And keep exhaling, going up. Align your hips over the heels, crown over the spine. Relax your shoulders. You can carefully move your head around, slowing down your breath, heart rate. If you feel it easy, take your time. Sweep your arms forward and up, bend the knees and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Exhale, extending your legs, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lower the knees down. Curl the toes and kind of pull the feet out so you would feel the stretch through the big toes. And then shift the hips back into this almost child's pose. And then tilt the pelvis to initiate your wave. Push the toes to the floor and start extending into upward dog again. Uncurl the toes, lift the knees. Shift the hips back and up, downward dog. Step your right leg to the front, left heel lowers down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, frame the foot, step it back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And then exhale, downward dog. Step your left leg forward, lower the back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, frame the foot, step it back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Keep your toes in the same position, maybe bend the elbows. Lower the knees if needed. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Curl the toes, push the floor away from your plank. Downward dog. Move your head side to side, lengthen through the neck. Reach the sit bones up. Slow down your breath, slowing down your heart rate. Now bend your knees to squat really low. Now push through the balls of the feet and move the heels forward and shoulders forward. So you're transitioning to hovering tabletop. Control your pelvis. Squeeze, open, and then go back to downward dog squat. And again, push the balls of the feet, hovering tabletop. Squeeze, open, downward dog squat. And again, hovering tabletop. Squeeze, open, downward dog squat. Push to the balls of the feet, spring forward, tabletop, squeeze, open, downward dog squat. Last one. Move forward, squeeze, open, downward dog squat. Pulse for 2. 1, 2. Jump to the front. Inhale, lift your chest halfway up. Exhale, fold. Grab your block or rolled up towel, squeeze it in between your inner thighs while you're here in forward fold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And bend the knees, grab the ankles. Now you're going to pulse, the hips up, but keep squeezing in, activating your inner thighs. 1, 2. At the same time, pull the feet to opposite sides while the thighs are squeezing the block. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly remove the block. And again, grab the elbows, grab opposite shoulders, maybe cross the arms the opposite way, the uncomfortable way. And do a little stretch, twist to the right. Return to center, to the left. Return to center. Bring the palms to the back of the skull, interlace the fingers behind you. And now allow the elbows and arms to just relax. A little weight into the head, but don't forcefully push. Tuck the chin to lengthen through the base of the skull. Your big thumbs can kind of guide the tissue right under the skull up, and feel how it changes the maybe tension line through the back body. Shift the weight forward from the heels. As you exhale, feel your core sucking in, activating. Tilt the pelvis back as you push the floor, the earth away from you, as if you're trying to break it, and it makes you roll up. Feel the back line engaging to bring you to vertical position, and your head is gently pushing into the palms, and palms are resisting. At the top, you do a little opening up at the front. Then exhale, return to neutral. Open your arms out to the sides and tune in and relax for a moment. As the legs are rooting down, as if you're trying to reach the core of the earth, the crown is reaching up to the universe, to the sky. Observe your alignment. When you're ready, bend the knees, lift your arms up into chair and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring the palms to the heart center. Find your twist. If you can, pulse the hips up to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. As you squat low, lift your left heel and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now lift the right heel. 1, stay in your twist. 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you can lift two at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Return to neutral. Extend the legs for a moment, standing forward fold. And now bend the knees, lift, prayer arms, twist to opposite side. Maybe pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lift your right heel up. 1, and lower. 1, and carefully lower, as if you're pressing a pedal. 2, 3, 4. Hold your twist. 5. Now more weight into the right leg. Left one lifts. 1, and carefully lower. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And maybe 2 at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, exhale, return to center. Extend the legs. Place the belly to the thighs and extend. Now open the toes out, heels touching. Bend the knees and the belly is sinking in between your inner thighs. Knees are opening up, heels are sinking into one another, and you're folding down. Relaxing here for a moment. Again, move your head side to side. Breathe into the back body. From here, start lifting your head, lifting your chest, and as you sink the heels down, lower the sit bones down, and you find yourself in a seated position. You move your hips away from you, take your block, keep your knees bent, and squeeze the block in between your inner thighs. Bring the palms behind your shoulders. So when you lean back, you're kind of creating a letter M, large letter M shape. And now the elbows stay soft. You're pulling the palms to opposite sides. And you feel this widening through the chest, but at the same time, there is no squeeze in your shoulder blades. Rooting your feet to the floor. Grow up tall through the crown. Soft elbows. Pull the elbows to opposite sides. And from here, as you root the feet down, lift your hips and lower. Keep squeezing your inner thighs into the block. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Palms are pulling to opposite sides. Now, if you feel comfortable, you can control it. As you root the feet to the floor, knees are guiding, reaching forward. Squeeze the block. And then reverse to your letter M shape. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze the block. 4. If it feels narrow, maybe you can explore the other side. Wider. 5. 6. Keep squeezing all the way to the top and on the way down. 7. 8. When you reverse, keep focusing on the crown reaching up. 9. 10. Release. Bring the block to the side. Bring the palms to the shin bones. As you tilt the pelvis back, you're holding on to the shins, rounding the back body. Inhale into the back line. Exhale through imaginary balloon. Feel this contracting naturally as your lips resisting. Hold at the end. Inhale to the back body. Exhale again. Reach the crown to the knees. Inhale into the back. Maybe you can bring the palms to the back of your thighs. Exhale to flex even more and contract. Inhale to the back. Now exhale, lift your right elbow up. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift your left elbow up. Contracting the right. Inhale, center. And then exhale, go lower. Lower to the sacrum. Hold onto the thighs and extend your legs. Contract your core. Inhale to the back. Exhale. Strong contraction. Inhale to the back of your heart. Soften the elbows. One more time. lift your chest higher. Inhale to the back. And now exhale, pulse the legs. Hold, inhale to the back. Exhale, pulse the legs. Now lower down. Feel nice activation through the core. Lower the chest, shoulders and head down. And keep your legs 90 degrees. Keep the shin bones parallel to the mat. And now one leg goes down to the floor, and then the other. And feel the stability through the core, how it's active automatically. Now grab the back of your thighs, point the toes or flex. Inhale, lift your head, neck and shoulders off the mat, soft elbows. Exhale, start contracting, emptying the belly, and drive this, use this force with the legs to roll up. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, round. Slowly. All the way, lower the head and neck. And now lift the head and neck back to your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Lift and lengthen. Bring your left foot to the outside of the left hip. Right shin bone is parallel to the mat. Bring the palms to the floor in front of you. Tilt the pelvis back to round. Drag the mat towards you. Lift and lengthen. You're working on hip, pelvis mobility, spine mobility. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. Now rotate to the sides to frame the knee. Sink halfway, and now begin reaching your arms forward and back. You can use your markers maybe, or something, a ball for support, to kind of, maybe even a towel or something soft to kind of support yourself when you extend. Forward and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right palm goes to the floor behind you. Press the shin bones, legs to the floor. So lift and lengthen. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, down. Move your palms forward again and lift the hips, keeping your legs in the same position if possible. If needed, take the blocks. So from this position, we shift the hips back, controlling the pelvis, trying to open up here, and then reverse. Back and forward. Back and forward. Back and forward. You don't need to touch the floor, and maybe add the waves back. Make a wave and then return. Inhale, back. One more time, wave, back, and return. Rotate your right shin bone to the right and extend your left leg out, half gate pose. From this position, foot is melting, pushing to the floor, the outer edge of the foot is pushing, and you're kind of trying to externally rotate your inner left thigh. Right shin bone is pushing to the floor, into the earth. Sit bones are reaching back, round forward. You begin shifting back and forward. 1, 2, 3. Pull the mat to opposite sides. 4 and 5. As you shift the hips back, tilt the pelvis back, big way forward, and lengthen. Back, forward, control the knee, keep it in the same position. Feel this opening up when you release the wave. One more time, back. And now start moving your left leg away from you, carefully, in a controlled way, into half side split. But if your end range of motion may be like this, then go back. Lift the outer edge of your left foot, keep pointing the right toes. From here, start dragging the mat in, and with the right shin bone and the left foot in, feel your inner thighs activating. If you need to go down to your forearms, go down to your forearms. Squeeze, pull it in, hold. 1, lengthen through the crown. Don't arch through the lower back. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Carefully extend, back off a little bit, and now go back and forward. But keep the knee slightly softened. Don't arch the back, back, forward. Minor movement, back and forward. And now release, and you find a frog. Squeeze the floor again. In. Point the toes, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Keep squeezing, move back and forward. Soft elbows back and forward. Back, forward, back, and forward. Now go back and add a slow wave, and then return carefully back. Keep squeezing the mat in to the center, and then return back and forward, back and forward. From here, bring the toes in, shift the hips back to the heels, and sink down. Maybe rock side to side. Maybe you can go lower and lower. And from here, move the palms in towards you. Bring the knees in and lower the hips to the right side. Right arm is reaching up, side body opening, spiral to the left and down, and then lift up to the left and down, lift up to the left and down, and now lift up. Lower down to your right forearm, and keep your knees bent like a 90-degree angle. Heels, sacrum, the middle back, and the crown are in one line. Forearm parallel to the front edge of the mat, shoulder is above the elbow. So you can stay here and just lengthen through the side and breathe into the right ribs, lengthen through the crown up. Maybe sink into the shoulder and away, sink and away, sink and away. Maybe you can press the shin bones to the floor to lift the hips and hold statically. Try to lengthen here, but don't puff up the ribs. Hold. Maybe you can do this and lower. Keep this stable. Or you can lift down and up, down and up, down and up. So you feel the pelvis moving in towards the thigh bone and then moving away, in and away. And the lower right leg is pushing to the floor to lift, to lift. You can do the twist, bring your left palm down. 1, 2. The right leg initiates the movement. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 more. 1, Push the shin bone and the knee to the floor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, lower. Bring the right shin bone to the front of the mat. Extend the left leg back. Find your pigeon for a moment and maybe add a twist. Thread the left arm under the right armpit or just stay here. See what works for you. Right arm is reaching up, back, and maybe you can bend the elbow, reach for your right toes. You can have a block under your head. Inhale and exhale, slowly release. From here, lift the hips and curl the left toes. Lift the left knee and rotate your right shin bone to the back. So from here, realign yourself into one leg tabletop. Lift your left leg up, push the heel back or point the toes and feel this nicely activating. You can do gentle pulses with the leg, down and up. See how the core is supporting you. And now lift and do micro movements back and forth, back and forth. If you can control this, maybe you can go deeper, softening the elbows and then reversing. Shifting back, and back, back. Now if you have a block, you can explore having the shin bone on the block. Back and forth. Push the shin bone to the block, into a block when you're reversing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Feel your glute. 8, 9, and 10. Slowly bring your left leg down. Remove the block. Bring your knees together, toes out. Shift the hips back, control your pelvis, and reverse. Notice if there are any differences between the left and the right hip joints. Inhale back. Tilt the pelvis back to roll up and make your wave. Inhale back. And then exhale. Forward. Last one. Inhale back. Exhale, press your lower legs to the floor. Return. And now find your regular tabletop and now try to squeeze the mat into the center as you shift back and do your wave. And now shift the hips back and bring your left shin bone forward, right knee to the left arch. Lean forward, bring the palms to the floor, and now push the floor away from you to round the back and drag the mat towards you. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And now rotate to frame the knee. And now as you lengthen, reach your arms forward, compress the belly to the thigh, and then reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Integrate your legs, push one leg to the floor and then the other. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring your left palm behind you and lift the hips up, open the front line, engage in the left glute as you lift higher. Inhale up and lift. Exhale down. Inhale up and lift, open. Exhale down, up and down. From here, reach the palms forward one more time into this tabletop variation. Carefully shift the hips back, allow the sit bones to open up, and then reverse. Maybe it's a small motion when you can control the pelvis. 2, 3, 4, 5, couple of waves. Shift back, forward, and return. Inhale back, forward, and return. One more time. Inhale back, forward, and return. Bring your left shin bone back and extend your right leg out to the side. Palms on the mat. Soften the elbows. Press your left shin bone to the floor. Realign your pelvis. Right knee soft. Press the outer edge of the foot into the mat and kind of externally rotate your inner thigh. So feel the legs spiraling as you root through the heel. Be careful with your ankle. From here, tilt, shift the hips back and forward. Palms pushing to the floor on the way back. Left leg is pushing to the floor to return. 2, 3, 4, 5, and now add a wave. Moving forward, control the knee, keep externally rotating as you realign the spine to neutral. Back, forward, back. One more time, back. From here, move your right leg out to the side into half frog. Point your left toes. And don't go all the way to the end range of your motion. Reverse a little bit. Lift the outer edge of the foot and start dragging the mat in. You can be on the forearms. Drag the mat in, and hold. 1, 2. Control your pelvis, control your head. 3. Exhale. 4 and 5. And now slightly move back and forward. Back and forward. Keep your knees slightly softened. Back and forward. Tiny movements. If you need to, lift the elbows. Control. Back and forward. Keep dragging the mat in. Back and forward. Back and forward. Lower the knee down. Move your right foot in, left foot in. Sink down to your heels with your glutes. So opening through your inner thighs, through your groin. Rock side to side. And little by little, maybe your body will allow you to go a little lower with your belly, your chest, and your forehead. And then slowly start lifting up. Lift the hips and find your frog. In your frog, point the toes. And again, don't go to the end range of your motion. Start squeezing the mat in with the knees, shin bones, feet. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly shift back and forward while squeezing. Back and forward. Back and forward. Back and forward. Back. And now add a wave. Soften the elbows back. And return to neutral. Back. And last one, back. And from here, bring your feet together. Carefully bring the knees together. And you're dropping to the left side of the hips. Left arm is reaching up, 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 side bend. Spiral a couple of times to the right and up, to the right and up, to the right and up. And from here you're doing the forearm lifts. So left forearm is down, shoulder above the elbow, knees bent, heel, sacrum, middle back, crown, back of the skull in one line. Crown is reaching away from you. And now take the variation you did before. Lift your top leg if you did the latest version. Flex the feet slightly, and the lower leg starts pushing to the mat to lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So pubic bone goes in and away. 7, 8, 9. Push the leg to lift. 10, 11, 12, 13, breathe, 14, 15, 16. Exhale, lower, and now extend your right leg back, finding your pigeon on the left side. You can add a twist if you wish. When you're ready, exhale, release. Lift the hips up. Move your left shin bone to the back. So you transition into one-legged tabletop. Right leg extends. Push your left shin bone to the floor. Pulse your right leg down and back up to neutral. 2. Feel core stable. Lift and now reach it back and forward. Micro movements first, soft elbows. Maybe you can go a little deeper. Push your left leg to the floor to reverse. And then if you feel comfortable and want to have some fun, it's feeling a little different, more intense when you are on a block. Extend, point the toes, shift back, and now sink into the block to reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale, lower the right knee down, remove the block. Take your regular tabletop and now drag the mat into the center. And now shift the hips back and then do your wave. Return to neutral. Back. And now shift back, keep dragging the mat in, reach your arms back. And while you're dragging, tilt the pelvis back to roll up. Press the feet to the floor, drag. It's hard. Hinge. Roll up. One more time, back. Roll up. From here, curl the toes, stretch through the arches. Rock side to side. Now lean forward, transition to your tabletop position. Lift your right leg up and step it to the front of the mat. Open up for your warrior 2. And pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lean forward and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring the right palm to the ankle, extend the leg, left arm is reaching up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower your left arm down to the floor, lift the back heel up, drag your right foot back to bend the knee and extend. You can use the blocks under the palms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now lower the back heel down and you're rising up into warrior one legs. And then you're hinging all the way down to the belly and then lifting halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now lift, extend to relax. Bring your right heel out. Don't change anything else, just the heel. And you're doing the same, bending the knee, compressing. 1, and then lifting halfway. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift up, extend. And now return heel to neutral and then heel, toes out. Bend the knee. Hinge. 1, and then lift halfway. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Power up to lift, extend. Rotate the toes to neutral. Lift your left heel up, lean forward, and transition to warrior 3. In warrior 3, bend the knee and extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now send your left leg at the back of the right. Bend the right knee. Half the left toes, pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're rising up, bring your left leg down. Extend your right leg out and internal, external rotation. And now external rotation, bend the knee, bring the ankle to the top of your thigh. And now direct the sit bones back. Stretch the right glute and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower your right leg down. Shake it off. Bend the knees. Jump. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Downward dog. Lift your left leg up. Step it to the front. Lower the back heel down into warrior 2 and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lean forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Palm to the ankle, right arm up. Extend the left leg and bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now frame the front foot, lift the back heel up, drag the mat back to bend the knee, and then extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now bend the knee, lower the back heel down, rise up, and you're going to move halfway, like half warrior to compressed warrior. 1. Push the left foot to the floor to reverse. 2. Lean forward. 3, 4, and 5. Power up to extend and relax. And now rotate the heel out toes stay in the same position. Now bend the knee goes to the direction of the front of the toes. And now you power up and down, and then power up to lift. 1. If it's uncomfortable with the back heel, you can lift it up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the back heel, relax. Heel to neutral, toes out. And again, hinge. If the heel needs lifting, do it. 1, 2. So flexing and then pushing off to reverse. Flex. 3, 4, and 5. Lower the back heel down for a moment to relax. Reverse the foot. Lift the back heel up. Bend the knee. Transition into warrior 3 and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rise up. Bring the leg at the back of the thigh. Squeeze the inner thighs. Bend the knee. Half the right toes. Pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rising up. Bring the right leg down. Extend the left leg slightly out and play internal, external rotation. And now external rotation, bend the knee, bring the ankle to the thigh, shift the sit bones back, stretch the left hip, pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower your left leg down, roll down. 1 vertebra at a time. Open the toes out, heels together, start lifting your heels, squatting down, crown is reaching down. Now carefully lift your head, start sinking back, the glutes go down to the floor. You're grabbing opposite ankles, bending the elbows and the legs resist the arms. As you exhale, round and contract, rock back, and then exhale, forward, back, and forward, back, forward, last one, back, and forward. Open your knees out, feet together, pulse a couple of times. Now bring your feet forward, more into diamond shape, and fold down. Use the block under the forehead if needed. You can gently rock your head side to side. Inhale, lift your head. Bring your left foot to the outside of the hip. You can keep the right leg the same position. And now lift the hips up to stretch the front of the left hip. Exhale down. And now opposite side. Left leg and right leg push to the floor, hips lift. And you feel the quad, hip flexor, side of the body. Soften the left elbow to stretch. Exhale down. Bring your legs into cross-legged position. Bring the palms to the knees. Circle the head around. Tilt the pelvis back to round. And now forward, lift and lengthen. Exhale round. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Open your arms out. And give yourself a big hug for doing a really, really great job. For committing to yourself, to your practice, to your health and well-being. Take a moment to be grateful for all the new energy you were able to cultivate, all the tension you were able to release. Thank you guys for joining me for this workout. For this class, it was a mix of everything really good for your body. Make sure to leave me a comment how you feel after this practice. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber, share with your friends. Until we practice again, namaste.